In a small town outside Des Moines, Iowa, there lived a man named Ethan Carter. Ethan was not famous. He wasn't rich. He didn't have thousands of followers on social media or a fancy job title. What he had was something most people overlooked: persistence. Every morning at 5 a.m., while the rest of the town slept, Ethan tied his worn out running shoes and stepped onto the empty road. Cold winters, hot summers, rain or snow, it didn't matter. He ran. People often asked him, "Why do you run so much?" Ethan always smiled and said, "I'm not running to escape anything. I'm running to become something." Where it all started. 10 years earlier, Ethan's life looked very different. He worked at a local manufacturing plant that suddenly shut down due to budget cuts. Overnight, he lost his job, health insurance, and sense of identity. Bills piled up, savings disappeared, friends moved on. At 35, Ethan found himself sitting alone in his small apartment, staring at a rejection email from yet another employer. That night, he stood in front of the mirror and barely recognized the man staring back. "I don't know who you are anymore," he whispered. That moment became his mile zero, the place where everything feels lost, but something new quietly begins. The first step. The next morning, Ethan put on an old hoodie and walked outside. He didn't plan to run, he just needed fresh air. After a few steps, he jogged. After a jog, he ran half a mile. He came back exhausted, breathing hard, legs burning. But for the first time in months, he felt alive. That run didn't fix his problems, it didn't bring money or job offers, but it gave him something more powerful: control. He realized something important that day. You can't control the economy, but you can control your effort. Small wins every day. Ethan kept running. 1 mile became two, two became five. While searching for work, he followed a strict routine: wake up early, run, apply for jobs, learn one new skill online, and repeat. There were weeks when no employer replied, months when his bank balance scared him, days when quitting felt easier than continuing. But Ethan remembered a quote his father once told him: "America rewards the people who don't quit when no one is watching." So he didn't quit. Failure isn't the end. 1 year later, Ethan finally got a job interview at a logistics company in Chicago. He prepared for weeks, wore his best suit, practiced answers. The interview lasted 15 minutes. 2 days later, the rejection email arrived. That night, he sat on the curb outside his apartment, staring at the city lights. Tears rolled down his face. He felt tired, tired of trying, tired of hoping. Then his phone buzzed. It was a notification from a running app. "Congratulations, you've completed 1,000 miles." Ethan laughed through his tears. He realized something powerful. Even when life says no, progress is still happening. The turning point. Ethan didn't get the job, but he sent a thank you email anyway. Not a formal one, a real one. He wrote about resilience, discipline, and what running had taught him about consistency. He didn't ask for anything. 3 weeks later, the hiring manager replied, "We don't have a position right now, but your message stood out. Would you be open to a contract role?" That contract turned into a full-time job, not because Ethan was the smartest candidate, but because he was reliable, disciplined, and hungry. Giving back. Today, Ethan still runs every morning, but now people run with him. Unemployed workers, college students, single parents, veterans, people trying to rebuild their lives. They meet at the same road where Ethan once started alone. Before each run, he says the same thing: "We're not here to be perfect, we're here to be better than yesterday." Some runners drop out, some stay, but everyone leaves stronger than they arrived. The lesson. Ethan's story isn't about running, it's about showing up. When motivation disappears, when results take time, when nobody claps. In America, success doesn't always come fast, but it comes to those who stay consistent. If you're struggling right now, financially, mentally, emotionally, remember this: you don't need a perfect plan. You don't need approval. You just need one small step. Take it today, because the road to success doesn't start at the finish line. It starts at mile zero. Believe in yourself, the American way to success. In the United States, people often say, "If you can dream it, you can do it." This simple sentence reflects the heart of the American mindset. Success in America is not about where you come from. It's about how strongly you believe in yourself and how hard you are willing to work. Meet Jake, an ordinary young man from a small town in Ohio. Jake didn't come from a rich family. His parents worked long hours just to pay the bills. While others dreamed big, Jake struggled just to survive. After high school, he couldn't afford college, so he worked at a local grocery store, stocking shelves late at night and waking up early every morning. Life wasn't easy. Many times Jake felt tired, frustrated, and close to giving up. He watched his friends move to big cities, get good jobs, and live comfortable lives. But instead of feeling jealous, Jake made a decision: "I will not let my situation decide my future." Every day after work, Jake spent 2 hours learning new skills online. He watched free videos, read books, and practiced again and again. While others were scrolling on social media, Jake was building his future. It wasn't fast, it wasn't glamorous, but it was consistent. They were moments of failure. Job applications were rejected, interviews didn't go well, doubt tried to enter his mind. But Jake remembered one important American value: failure is not the end, it's a lesson. He learned from every mistake and improved himself step by step. After 3 years of hard work, Jake finally got an entry-level job at a tech company. The salary wasn't high, but the opportunity was priceless. He showed up early, stayed late, and gave his best every single day. His managers noticed his dedication, and within 2 years, Jake was promoted. Today, Jake lives a comfortable life. He didn't become a millionaire overnight, but he built something more valuable: confidence, discipline, and self-respect. When people ask him about his success, he smiles and says, "I just refused to quit." This is the power of the American dream. In the USA, success belongs to those who are patient, persistent, and willing to work for it. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need luck. You just need belief, effort, and consistency. So if you're struggling right now, remember this: your current situation is not your final destination. Keep going, stay focused, believe in yourself. Because in America and in life, those who don't quit always find a way to win.